one of Canada's greatest leaders, somebody who I have always admired and leaves this incredible legacy of leadership behind that I get to talk about, the strong historic legacy of the Liberal Party in Canada. Under his economic leadership, this country has been one of the most financially stable ones in the world. We rode through some very tough times and also enshrined many important human rights. And it is an incredible honor to have him here today, so I'll turn it to you, sir.
Well, after hearing that speech, I vote for it. You and I meet in Berlin?
We did. Yes, it was on exchange.
Well, look, sit down. Yeah, you might as well. I am sorry that this is so rushed that we're unfortunately we are on our way to a plane, but I really wanted to be here for Amy and for you. This is a very important election. It's a very important election, obviously, for the country. I think it's a very important election for Alberta. And I don't know how much that is recognized, but just to give you one example, as we walked in, I don't know how many of you know Christian Freeland, but this is her book. I have known Christian Freeland for, I can't tell you how long. Any of you are interested in doing this kind of thing, you can, probably one of the best speeches that has ever been given in the House of Commons was a speech given by Christian Freeland. And it is a speech in terms of where the world is going, where Canada fits into that world, and how, in fact, we're going to have to bring back cooperation to the way in which countries operate together. We're not going to be able to deal with climate change. We're not going to be able to deal with the kinds of threats that are out there unless we work together. And there is no doubt, when you talk about this election, there is only one political party that has the talent at the present time and the experience to deal with a world that is going through fundamental change. I'll just take that one step further. If what you do is you say, right now, the kinds of change that we all had working together since the creation of the United Nations, at the end of the Second World War, we've seen in the last decade that this kind of cooperation has been withering away. We've had a lot of problems. Canada has a fundamental role to play in the reestablishment of that. And the kinds of people that are going to do it are people who have got Amy's background, Amy's experience, and Amy going into politics because of that thing. And that's why I can tell you that, as I mentioned, I think that a lot of people should see Krista Freeland's book because she is right now at the center of Canada's ability to deal with that kind of thing. The same thing applies. I have just left a big meeting at the university on the whole question which you people know so well, which is the future of Indigenous Canada, how this is going to work, how we're going to play out together. I have no qualms about saying that whatever possibilities exist in this next election, and I hate to be political with this issue, but I can tell you, that when I was Prime Minister, I brought in what was probably the most advanced piece or initiative, which was the Kelowna.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the fact is, it took the Conservatives, when they took office, it took them 2 weeks to scoop $5 billion and to walk away with it.
Shame.
And I'm going to tell you that the kind of work that the University of Lethbridge is an example. That's just where I've come from. Working with Indigenous people requires a government which is going to sustain it, and bring people together. Nobody, by the way, I think understands this as well as people in Southern Alberta. And so that's another reason why I think this election is so important. But mostly it comes down to building the kind of country that we believe in, building a country with the kinds of policies that recognize that everybody should have a chance, recognizing the vast importance of the agricultural industry that you have pioneered so much here. And you know as well as I do, and I think I'm just so grateful to you, although I've just met so many of you, in terms of those of you who are donors, those of you who are helpers. I have been a candidate, and I know what it is like. And I've never been the mother of a candidate. But I have been a candidate, and I can tell you, there are good days and there are bad days, There are days when you're just making mileage that you can't believe. Other days when it's a little more sober. But the fact of the matter is, it is the people supporting you that you make it happen for you. You not only do you make it happen for Amy, but you make it happen. You make Amy capable of doing things that nobody ever thought that she could do, and that she didn't think she could do, because she's got the ability to rely on all of you. So I won't go on any longer. This is a very important election. Everybody understands that Alberta for a Liberal is not exactly the easiest road to hoe. I think that Amy has shown immense courage. She has got phenomenal skills. If you look at her background, she will be a huge asset, not just to the Liberal Party, but a huge asset, and not just to Alberta, but to the country after she is elected. And she's going to be elected because of all of you. And we're in this for the long haul. So I'm delighted to be here. I'm delighted to be here. I am so impressed that you've got this number of friends. I remember my first campaign. I could have probably fit the first number of people who helped me, and maybe beside you. So this is wonderful. So over to you.
Well. Yes, as you said, the support from all of you to get to this point in the campaign has kept me going every day and made me stronger and stronger to do this. It is an incredible honor. And to do this under the Liberal banner, to do this for Lethbridge with the Liberals is the right thing for Lethbridge. And, you know, I think to close, I would be interested in hearing from you. Why do you think Lethbridge matters to Canada? What do you see here that you think of as our role in Canada?
Well, before I answer that, I would say one thing, that what you did mean to an awful lot of us who lived in Eastern Canada and are continuously blighted by winter, the fact that you got Chinooks and the fact that every so often in the winter you have nice weather, and you blew it all for 2 weeks ago when you had that snow. we couldn't believe it. Why do I think Lethbridge is important? I think Lethbridge is important because, well, number one, you have a very large Indigenous population. Indigenous people are the largest, largest and fastest growing segment of our population. We are a country that essentially is aging. I mean, it's my generation that is aging this country, and that without really young people who are going to essentially take the place, young people like yourself who are going to make it happen, Canada is going to have a lot of trouble. But when you think of the percentage of our population represented by young Indigenous people, you can understand that a lot of progress has got to be made. I can tell you there is more progress being taking place in this part of Alberta than anywhere else that I know of. And a lot of it is coming from the university, but also it's coming from other people. And I think that the kind of leadership that Lethbridge can show to the country is going to be in that area, obviously agriculturally as well. And we are going to be in a period